Are you looking for the best random orbital sanders in your budget? Well, in today's video we break down the top 5 best random orbital sanders that are available on the market. I made this list based on their price, quality, durability, and more. To find out more information about this product, you can check out the description below, and also make sure you subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. The 5th product on our list is the DEWALT Random Orbital Sander. Smooth, powerful, and lightweight, the DWE6423K is one of the best random orbital sanders around. Period. The variable speed is also a nice touch, allowing you to fine-tune your grit to the surface that you're sanding. One thing we noticed immediately, the anti-vibration features actually work remarkably well. Anyone who's run a power sander for an extended period of time knows the weird buzzy feeling that stays with your hands for a good bit afterwards. Most of our reviewers noticed that it was much lighter than the others on our list. The whole design is a bit shorter in stature than most of the row sanders that we tested out. While particularly large-handed individuals may not like this development, we found it worked great for both pressing harder to cut material and allowed for more control when doing fine sanding. It performed well in both stages of sanding. That said, we weren't fond of the proprietary adapter for the dust port, feeling that it was kind of a cheap marketing gimmick. The power switch is also in a strange place. Up next in the 4th place is the Bosch 120V 6-inch Random Orbital Sander. While an upgrade over our favorite in most areas, we feel that the Bosch ROS 65VC is actually a little bit too expensive for amateurs. It's quite a price jump and it is a better overall sander. It's just the price that we take issue with. The motor runs at 3A, which is a bit higher than the average of 3A we found to be pretty standard across corded. While there are both 5 and 6 variations available, we went with the larger one as the cost difference between the two is pretty small. They're actually identical, it was just which pad came with the sander when ordered. It's impressive in action. It runs well, has smoothly variable speeds, and the handle is great overall with a foregrip allowing you to get extra pressure when it comes time to actually cut down on material. We were a bit unimpressed with the dust collection, unfortunately, but apart from that, it was a fine tool overall, allowing for a great amount of utility. It wasn't quite as maneuverable as the DEWALT, but compared to most it still had some serious agility. The 3rd product on our list is the DEWALT 20V Max Orbital Sander. Quite similar to our top pick, the DCW210B is a cordless sander that runs off of DEWALT's 20V batteries that seem to be able to power just about everything. It is almost the same profile as our favorite. We're just not sure that the jump in cost was enough to justify going without a cord. Sanding is usually a stationary task. After all, you're probably not going to be running around the job site sanding random things. That said, it's field expedient, which is always a nice touch. It's also got a bit less power behind it than our favorite, although it's no slouch when you compare it to our budget pick. Instead, it seems to be the perfect cordless sander. We just weren't sure who all needs one. For touch-ups and finishing it's fine, but expect to spend some time if you're planning on cutting down stock material. Second on our list is the Black Plus Decker Orbital Sander. Cheap, lightweight, and definitely not on par with the rest of the sanders that we tested. The low price point is the main draw of the BDERO 100. It's not going to keep up with a Bosch or DEWALT sander, but it's no slouch either. With a 2A motor, it should feel a bit more underpowered than it does. The biggest flaw here is the fact that it only runs at a single speed, which makes it much harder if you're planning on removing stock from materials like metal or plastic. For around the home wood sanding, it's a fine choice. However, it's simple, lightweight, and probably vibrates a bit more than it should, but we didn't find it to be too bad. It is a bit louder than most of the models we tested. However, it's a budget sander. As long as you know what to expect going and you're not going to be disappointed, but if heavy-duty use is your game, you'll have to buy something with a little more power and control. Finally, the top product on our list is the Bosch Power Tools 1250 DEWS Electric Orbital Sander. For those who are more concerned with stock removal, the 1250 DEWS makes a great solution, coming in with almost double the power of its little brother. This is a serious tool. The handle on this one is arranged like an angle grinder instead of the usual palm grips of the majority of row sanders. This allows you to really bear down on material. It's a big plus, especially since the sander runs in 2 modes, an aggressive orbit for quick stock removal and a standard mode for handling detail sanding. This one will definitely give your hands a good workout, however, and the cost is pretty high. For those who are working with rougher materials on a regular basis, however, the extra power is hard to pass up. We feel that while it's capable of fine sanding, operator skill is going to determine the end result. Even in the standard mode, it has enough power to make a mess of things if you're not careful, although it works fine for finish work if you've got a light touch. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time.